para votando. Un buen juego, pero se para rompiendo al toque. Está crashando, ¿por qué se rompe mucho? Tengo un parchazo esta cosa. Sí, también se paraliza dañada o directo. Para crashando. Chistoso. En la iglesia, ¿no? Vale, al hospital todavía. Estoy viendo el hospital. Sí, Oscar Messi dice.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top!
Nivel que pidieron de golpe, no. Ay, 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 no quiero matarle a este pata, pero el juego ese mata, no se da. Ay,
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Fear no evil! Do the Lord's work here!
Ya te sacó al hospital. Estoy bien.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the...
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Ese parece que estuviera mirando, ¿no?
And still more coming. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
I want to know about myself, but you have...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. I have to go.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Sweet girl. With you at our side, Dr. Reed, I know that Pembroke will prevail and survive.
Este lo encuentro lindo. Este doctor lindo. De la India. No, este otro doctor. A ver si lo veo pasar por aquí. La enfermera. ¿Cómo está corriendo? ¿Qué otra opción?
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital, caused by skulls.
Really? What do you mean?
Me he topado con skulls de los más peculiares. Me siento como una amenaza de los hombres.
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name. I've never heard of her.
According to Old Bridget, skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Goodbye for now, my lady.
No te preocupes, vamos. Ese elemento es dentro del hospital. Hacia adentro del hospital tengo que ir. ¿Para qué más medicamentos?
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Well, why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I've never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire. Though I've never met a member.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operate...
What do you... I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the skulls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
I crossed paths with one.
By this...
A pleasure as all.
Ese era el enigma, me la jodas. Bueno, me voy a resolver otro enigma y vuelvo para acá. Si se para, se acaba el directo aquí porque es mucho sieste para caminar, ¿no? No hay viaje rápido. No está para pulir todo el día. The pain detector. Ya, entonces me tengo que ir por aquí.
best turn around if I were you.
Leech fight! Watch out! No! Evil! The beast must die! Remember your... He's dead!
Migraña. Resfriado. Ah, esto no lo encuentro todavía. Resfriado. Bronquitis. Tengo ya este para curar a este pendejo. Bronquitis. Dos bronquitis.
Just look the other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your... What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Do you need help, sir?
I only need you to purchase something from my shop, sir.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Potasio.
A lot of people...
Good evening, sir. Do you...
You're here for...
I'm not here...
The doctor?
Do you require assistance?
Not me, but you're...
Have you heard anything about Nurse...
Not really.
Creo.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic.
Supuestamente alquilaba carnes, pero que hace aprovechar de las mujeres, ¿no?
It's unusual to see someone...
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing...
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm happy.
What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest...
I see.
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
Tell me, what's your honest opinion?
People are just beginning to discover what...
What do you mean?
People are...
What help?
That's simple.
Mr. Bates.
I understand.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no, then. That's too bad.
The Reed tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamburgh shit.
What is your business?
I offer fair lodge.
I see.
Well, deals can be done if you...
In other words,
Taking you...
you seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. Made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. I want to know everything about the recent violence, Caliban. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Debo poner el freno a mí mismo y a mi sueño y que se merece un destino tan cruel. Ojalá lo hubiese encontrado en otro momento.
I don't believe even you deserve such a cruel fate, though you have tested my patience beyond its limit.
Glad to hear. Nice to know there's another civilized individual in these parts. Not like those bloody savages.
Bárbaros.
You seem to have...
Not much.
You'd better not... Have you heard any...
Not really.
No creo.
Have you heard...
Not really.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be you.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Heard it closed after the owners died. Refugees don't want to come to Whitechapel no more. Scared, I hear.
You sound disappointed.
As long as she was there at the dispensary, it attracted more immigrants and kept my place full. Such a shame.
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Me faltó darle medicina. Sí.
Mr. Bates.
Evening.
Since I took an oath to help people, can I be of assistance?
Well, seen better days, that's for sure. But it was bound to happen with all these refugees about.
Infecting you is probably the last thing on these people's minds. Take this, in any case.
What? You give me this for free? Don't have a clue about this place, do you?
Goodbye, Mr. Bates.
Pues no todo es dinero. Yo soy doctor, el doctor que consigue medicina robando de ustedes. Son los ingredientes, ¿no? Claro que sé cómo funciona la cosa, señor. No jodas, la Dorothy Crane transformada. En el nivel 24, tiene que tener cuidado con ella. Yo pensaba que no me había pasado, pero... Ay, pobrecita. ¿Quién dice que se había transformado? ¿Ya habían abusado los vampiros de ella, no? Una menos. El moreno ni entera que su amada ha muerto. ¿Ella era de Enigma? Sí, ella era. Eso me pasa por dormir. No le hubiera pasado nada si me hubiera dormido antes. La enfermedad se transforma en vampiro, ¿no? Sus pacientes son los que resultaron y se la comieron, ¿sí o no? Sí, pues, viendo estas camas están vacías, todos ellos resucitaron. Con la rabia. Que estaban de cadáveres y nadie se había limpiado. Son ellos mismos que se la comieron, no me lo pude llevar de aquí. La mordieron. Y ya. Limpié ya. Depuré esto. Ahora vamos a en otro gameplay lo voy a hacer más rápido, pero el problema es el glitch de este juego, ¿no? Que no va a ayudar a un buen juego, pero necesita parche de glitch. Y con eso todo bonito con el juego. Mientras tanto, ni cagando. No voy a poder hacer un speedrun de esto. Se va a colapsar constantemente. ¿No dije? Ya se colapsó. Ay, y eso que es que he corrido. Bueno amigos, hasta acá el directo de Vampyrs. Continuemos el de mañana. La enfermedad se transformó bien, me dormí, pues. Dormí en esa parte para mejorar. Y se transformó en nivel 40, todavía es que con cualquier vampiro en nivel normal.